before we go any further, we have seen total martial law in a beautiful place in Spain that is Catalonia, that has always been its own separate area for thousands of years, an area that resisted Islamic takeover when the rest of Spain pretty much completely fell. You could say they're more Spanish than the Spanish. We've got images of them beating up families, women, fathers, trying to vote for independence. Over 80+% want to do it. It's shock footage. That's all coming up. We've caught the Democrats in a stand down in Puerto Rico. This is beyond bombshell, with the Teamsters Union refusing to deliver the U.S. aid to try to embarrass Trump. It's next level propaganda, but it blew up in their face. And the NFL's having to back down now, just like the NBA. That failed as well. The globalists are failing on every front. And we've got other huge news on North Korea and the Islamic terror attacks, 2 of them today in France and Canada. The religion of peace. But first, John Bound looks at North Korea blaming America for their psychosis.
North Korea continues to play the victim card, regardless that they have threatened imminent nuclear devastation on the world due to President Trump's comments on the mysterious end of American Otto Warmbier.
No one has shown more contempt for other nations and for the well-being of their own people than the depraved regime in North Korea. It is responsible for the starvation deaths of millions of North Koreans and for the imprisonment, torture, killing, and oppression of countless more. We were all witness to the regime's deadly abuse when an innocent American college student, Otto Warmbier, was returned to America only to die a few days later.
Otto Warmbier was released the same day that you went to North Korea.
Give all the prayer and love to his family, but I didn't know he was sick.
There's no doubt in my mind that these trips and me asking on his behalf had a lot to do with it.
Otto's father said
Dennis Rodman had nothing to do with Otto. It's a diversion.
The Wall Street Journal reports in a statement released by North Korea's official Korean Central News Agency, a foreign ministry spokesman in Pyongyang said Mr. Trump was again exploiting the death of Otto Warmbier. North Korea then announced, according to USA Today, that 4.7 million of its citizens have volunteered to join or re-enlist in the military since leader Kim Jong-un threatened to, quote, tame, unquote, President Trump, quote, with fire, unquote, last week. North Korean state media reported. Pyongyang has previously claimed that North Koreans have volunteered to join the military as part of propaganda campaigns to boost solidarity, according to South Korean news agency Yonhap. Whether they volunteered or not, the level of propaganda aimed at North Korea's citizens is massive. A shrine in North Korea, 3 decades old and dedicated to the unverified and likely fabricated Sinchon massacre, where supposedly South Korean troops under U.S. guidance massacred 35,000 North Korean citizens in 52 days, including a claim that U.S. troops beheaded 300 with samurai swords and the U.S. Air Force used biowarfare. The Daily Mail reports in 1989, Chicago Tribune journalist Uli Schmitzer summarized, "If any truth about massacres in Sinchon ever existed, the evidence has long ago been obscured." However, the Onsong concentration camp was a very real threat to the humanitarian concerns of the North Korean people, where 5,000 prisoners, mainly those that simply criticized the government and subsequently their innocent families via guilt by association, were taken out with machine guns after a riot broke out, according to 2 defectors. Onsong was closed in 1989 and the prisoners were relocated to Hwaryong concentration camp, whereas one defector described routine torture, human medical experiments, mandatory life sentences, and harsh and life-threatening conditions where the prisoners were likened to walking skeletons. John Bound reporting.
Electrify your day with Secret 12. It's like lightning in a bottle. We all have days in which we just can't seem to perform at the level we'd like to. InfoWars Life Secret 12 is designed to naturally energize your body and mind with 2 great tasting and super high quality forms of vitamin B12. Proper vitamin and nutrient intake is essential to keep your body functioning at optimum levels. The reality is, it's hard to take in the proper amount of vitamins we need each day with our modern diets. Secret 12 by InfoWars Life is an easy way to naturally upgrade your vitamin B12 intake and support your body's natural systems. It pairs 2 forms of vitamin B12 into one explosive formula. Vitamin B12 supports healthy energy levels through red blood cell formation and aiding in the body's natural processes, but it also assists with many other functions of the body. Electrify your mind and body and take your health to the next level. Experience the power of Secret 12 at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com.